everybody, and welcome back to the not Black and White pod, excuse me, but the Black and White weekly episode. And we got some real juicy stuff for you. Apparently, Bill and Hillary Clinton.
Good old Billy.
Good old Billy boy.
Can't do Billy boy. Can't do
Billy
no
boy.
wrong.
Hey, his fucking
Good old
integrity
Monica
is being questioned,
Lewinsky
and I'm so sick of it. But Bill and Hillary Clinton basically skipped court.
I'm just so tired of them slandering these people's good names, the Hillary and Bill Clinton. Like, but anyway, continue.
Yeah, they skipped court. They were basically summoned to testify on the Epstein files, and Bill
Skip
Clinton,
court, like your standard,
like criminal,
like any standard criminal / construction worker who. Or just there's no real like this. There's no way that doesn't look guilty. You can't just like sleep in through your fucking court date. It looks bad regardless of if you're a politician or if you're like some dude that's skipping out on your fucking assault charge or your drug charge.
Don't skip bail, basically. It never looks good. Under no feasible reason. You have no feasible reason, to skip court.
Yeah, and especially people of these kinds of pristine caliber.
Under these sort of indictments and stuff too.
Yeah, an individual who was once the president of the United States. He's skipping court. I guess we're supposed to believe that there's no guilt going around here, and that he just kind of he just slept through it, guys. He'll show back up. It'll be fine, and. Yeah, it goes into, more along the lines of, it seems more like he's guilty. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but this kind of shit never looks good.
Boy, based on the little bit of fucking shit they've released from the files, boy, does this nigga look guilty.
He looks incredibly guilty. And of course, they had him in that hot tub with.
We're not legal experts, by the way. So
yeah, don't take legal advice from us.
Don't take legal. We're not commenting. We're not, in any sort of official capacity to be commenting on legal matters. Nor are we accusing Bill Clinton of anything. This is all,
Don't kill us, Bill Clinton. We think you're great. I love this guy.
And all that. But boy, if I were to, give my 2 cents, it looks like this nigga is guilty as fuck. But, let the courts decide, which they obviously can't buy out because they're fucking skipping court to begin with.
Yeah, just skipping fucking court, man. Like, if you were to show up to defend yourself, it would have been a different kind of a deal. But I've known a lot of people, a lot of criminals in my life, and you know what? They really enjoy skipping court. And they'll tell you why they like skipping court, because they're guilty of the shit that they're fucking doing. This is like some, what a rich person would be considering a low class thing to do, to skip your whole fucking, and especially whenever you've got enough money that you could hire good lawyers and shit, that you're just going to be skipping out on court. I
guess that speaks to the point to where this is too serious for them to be able to buy. They can't buy their way out of court, basically.
Yeah, like it's real bad that they can actually they can't get out of this one. And the thing is, I mean, and they were saying beforehand, they were saying for 6 years that, we have the Epstein files, we have the Epstein files, we have the Epstein files ad nauseum for 6 years. And then, as you guys already know, I think it was like sometimes last year, it just turns out that we actually don't have the Epstein files. That was all a lie. It was just a Democrat hoax that we had the files. But here's another thing too. Another interesting thing about these files that they were saying that they had for like 6 fucking years. Pam Bondi said that she had the files on her desk, and I don't remember it was a crazy number, but she was like thousands of photos of child porn or something like that. It was a crazy. I don't remember the exact number, okay, but she was like, there was a fuckload of an insane amount of child porn that was at her desk that she was reviewing. But then all of a sudden, after 6 years of that, and then Pam Bondi saying this, we no longer have the Epstein files. It appears that this is completely It's just it was it was a hoax. We don't actually have it. We said it for 6
They're
years.
on my desk.
But then but then everybody, they're on my desk, and there's
The FBI
tens
director.
of thousands. The FBI, yeah, that too. The FBI director,
Kash Patel.
I can smell him through my screen.
All right.
He basically was saying, he was like, yeah, we don't got that shit no more. And then after he was talking like hardcore, like he was about
on
it.
national syndicated television, saying like they should release it.
He was like, I know that we need to look into this. We need to make sure. I think he even suggested that it may be the case that the man did not commit suicide. But then all of a sudden, oh no, he actually did commit suicide. We don't have these files, this, that, and the third. And then they were saying this shit constantly, and then nobody believed him. Nobody on the right believed him. Nobody on the left believed him. Nobody that was centrist believed him. Nobody believed him. Like, we know you have the fucking files, you jack fuck idiots. And then they were like, you got us.
And then they still didn't release everything.
Yes.
Yeah, all the really damning evidence we won't get to see anything of, more than likely. But apparently they released some new shit recently, like as of us speaking about this, at least. Darren, our friend Darren, was showing me something. I don't know how true this is, but a supposed email chain between Jeffrey Epstein and Elon Musk, who I also want to remind people, whenever he fucking basically went away with the fucking like a fart in the wind after Doge had did whatever it was supposed to do for the first little bit of it, he had excuse me, Jesus Christ. He had at the end on his way out, he was like, by the way, Trump's on the Epstein files. And then fucking
yeah, he did say that shit. Yeah, he did.
And
he
then
did.
like tried to make it seem, and then he doubled back on it after he got enough shit and was like, I was joking. Like, and that just made it even more suspicious about our president. And then like, there's some allegations that not only did Trump know and everything, he was there quite frequently. He knew about some 13-year-old, he was with some 13-year-old, all alleged. I advise you to go out there if you can and look up the actual files. You can probably still find ways to unredact the redacted version that they sent out. Not this wave just passing, but the wave beforehand. I know big work ahead of you all who don't do any fucking research on anything whatsoever. But follow everybody that you hear on a fucking computer screen or phone screen blindly,
also,
like us.
Be careful of the information that you're consuming today. Yeah. I mean, it's always been bad. I mean, there's always been like, bullshit that you accidentally eat up. But nowadays, it's so fucking, it's worse than it's ever been. But yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Always look up shit for yourself. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Trust not even your fucking family members. Trust no one. Everyone's lying. Nobody's telling the truth. Everybody's lying. But it always is good practice to double check what you hear. These are all allegations. So, because we don't want to get sued. You're not gonna get anything if you sue us. By the way, I mean, look where we're fucking filming from. I mean.
I got
you can have our light bulbs. You can have dartboard that we never use or whatever.
I have like a little less than a gram of weed and like 3 beers, and I guess you could sue that out of it.
Yeah, I can split.
But you gotta get on it like now.
Yeah, because then it's not gonna be there.
And then I'm just not gonna have anything in the next half hour.
Yeah, you can steal the you can have the camera. I guess that's about it. But anyway, getting off topic. And I know we said like we don't want to be constantly doing political shit. I don't believe. Although these are of political figures, I feel like this is not political. No one wants pedophiles in office.
I think technically, yes, this is political, but I mean, like, this is kind of like a
I think this is more criminal.
This
is
more like a
political.
I'm getting into the
What's
weeds
the difference?
I don't. This is very serious.
Yeah, this is serious.
This is just too difficult to actually ignore. This is probably
which you should not ignore. You should always bring it up. You should always talk about it. Don't ever stop talking about it. Because that's just what they want. They would want us to forget about this whole thing happened, and they will throw any wrench in our cognitive process through the means of social media. We know that for a fact. We know for a fact that both, and it's not just one side, it's apolitical. will latch on to influencers or prominent figures on the internet to, gain a foothold within the youth and within all age ranges, really, but more prominently, the youth are on social media and stuff like that. So to co-opt the youth, they'll do it like that. They'll do it on the news stations. All news stations have biases in one way or the other. Some are more blatant, some are more secret. Mainstream is especially more blatant. It's coming out to even more so the fucking podcasters you may love, such as, I don't know, fucking us. Fuck it. We have our own biases.
For the two people. Us, yes.
For us.
Yes, us. The greatest podcast.
We all have our own biases, but that doesn't make that's irrelevant to
everybody's biased. We're just I'm
very biased against pedophilia.
I am yeah, me too. You could call me crazy, man, but
call
I
me
just
crazy.
got to agree with you there. But I'm just a stupid ape creature. I'm a Homo sapien. I am a ape, so I make all kinds of mistakes and I am stupid. But this particular thing, I'm real resolved on. I'm pretty confident that this is some fucked up shit. And really, what I think that what the real big problem here seems to be is that the most wealthy people within our society, and this is very obvious at this point, are engaged in having sex with children. And these people make policies of which we live by. This is actually a very serious, fucked up problem. And it does appear that the government, for example, for 6 years, they were saying we have the Epstein files and they don't have it, but then all of a sudden they do have it. So, I mean, this is 2 + 2 = 4. They're obviously covering for the people that run our society.
I would say that within this administration,
you have to be a fucking idiot not to see this.
This is the most blatant example of the government is lying to you.
Yeah, and everybody, and that's why they had to actually go about releasing these files because nobody believed it. Usually they do a pretty good job of dividing us against one another, but they couldn't do it in this circumstance because, okay, so you either had to be lying about lying or what is going. We knew pretty quickly. Everybody knew that the government was they're trying to protect people, most definitely. They're trying to protect. I feel like there's so much compromise within our government that if they actually released the full Epstein files, that it would collapse our government. We'd have to completely restaff our entire political system, in both directions, whether it be Republican, whether it be Democrat. There would be so many.
We'd have to get new celebrities to star in movies.
We'd have to businessmen, all of the businessmen in this country.
Fortune 500 companies would go under.
Our government would collapse.
Our society would probably collapse.
Our society would collapse as a result of actually showing all of the people that were involved with this pedophilia. And you know what? Honestly, dude, if and I think that this really is true. I'm not talking shit here. And I think that if that's the case, we need to do that. If I have to live under a bridge and die of starvation, this evil needs to be revealed. It's just that simple. If our country needs to go under, if our country is being run by pedophiles, then it needs to collapse. We need to go down. These guys need to be brought to justice regardless of whatever negative circumstance that happens to us. If we turn into fucking, Zimbabwe as a result of showing that our government is run by pedophiles, I'm fucking for it. That would be good with me. And, furthermore, so now that I got that out the way, it also appears that, and this was based on Project Veritas. I'm sure that you've heard of these guys as well. And it was the DOJ. God, I can't remember the guy's fucking name. I can't remember his exact, job position. Yeah, if you can look that up, look up the Project Veritas DOJ guy if you could get his full name. But you know what they do? They get a sexy woman or something to go hook up with one of these politicians or so on and so forth. And they'll even get gay. They'll even get the gay ones. They'll go get a hot gay dude to give him on an 8-week cycle or something, and then go fucking talk to him. No, they even get the gay ones, but they got the DOJ guy, the Project Veritas got him. And even he was saying that basically based on, and I didn't believe this at first. So for a while here, there was speculation that Jeffrey Epstein was actually Israeli intelligence. I did not believe this up until I actually heard that this DOJ guy actually admit to the fact that, yes, it appears that Jeffrey Epstein was indeed Israeli intelligence. It appears that he was he was in an intelligence of Israel, and our entire fucking country is basically being blackmailed by Israel. It appears that's what's going on here. It's not just like one guy. Where did he get all of his money? Everyone keeps saying that. Like, I think there was Lex Wexner and everything was giving him mansions. Why are people giving him free mansions and all this money? And then we can't actually trace all the money. Yeah, he's just got blackmail on everybody. It's just if you have somebody, if you can have somebody on camera having sex with a child, you own them. And that's why they can't release these files, because they've got everybody. I mean, he was hanging out with all the there's only like 730 billion billionaires in America, and he was hanging out with all of these fucking people. But furthermore, sorry about this, guys. I kind of got a little bit
Thomas
distracted.
Massey is the guy's name.
Thomas Massey?
Thomas Massey is the guy that Brock's talking about that came into a U.S. representative. That's what he is in Congress. That's the guy who said that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and yeah, you pretty much hit the nail on the head with what I was about to say. Like, Epstein was a Mossad probe, and he was basically running a honeypot operation and stuff like that. And that pretty much covered what I was about to say. I was gonna say that, but after I looked this up, but it took me a while to find this. Oh, my bad. But yeah, Thomas Massey is the guy who Project Veritas spoke to, and who he suggested that Trump, in his handling of the Epstein files, basically the reason why is because he's covering for other people.
Yeah, and another thing too. Thank God I remember this. I was like, "Fuck, there's something I'm forgetting right now." But another thing too, and people are also wondering why there's so much blacked out information and blacked out pics within the Epstein files and so on and so forth. Yeah, I'm sure that they're trying to protect a lot of the victims, but a lot of these victims don't need to be blurred out because they're already admitting that they were involved in the situation. But furthermore, more than that, another thing, and this is something that I don't really think anybody's actually bringing up here in regards to all the censoring. I think a lot of this is like actually literally child porn.
The images more than likely.
The images are actually child porn.
Yeah, you told me about this. The images more than likely
actually
are actual fucking
minors being fucked.
Material with minors.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, with minors. This is thank God I remember this. But yes, like a lot of this shit, like a child porn is illegal. They cannot show you.
I don't think you needed to fucking say.
Yeah, I don't know. Just to make sure if anybody listening out there is like aware of this. It's illegal to watch child porn. It's also illegal for the government to show you child porn. So, for example, if there are any prevalent celebrities, businessmen, politicians, what have you, having sex with children, that would probably be within these files, but, they legally can't show you that. So all of the damning evidence that we would actually need to be analyzing in order to convict these people of the crimes that they've committed, we're not allowed to see. That would have to be...
Yeah, it would have to be done in federal court to where they can't allow that. Like, they won't be able to allow, cameras and stuff inside because you can't film federal court cases, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean, like it's also going to be difficult. Like, how are you actually? So they're in a commission of a crime, which is pedophilia, but like, how are we actually supposed to be able to verify that kind of shit? So that's another thing that I think that they're actually that they're doing here is like, we can't show this shit to the American public. Now they're definitely trying to prevent the government from collapsing because of the amount of people that are involved with this, but they can't show us this either. Because they can't, you can't show people CP. But yeah, I mean, furthermore, you know, there's all kinds of other things. I was hearing all kinds of crazy shit. I was listening to Jeffrey Epstein's niece, so proclaimed niece, talk about all kinds of crazy shit. So I'll go ahead and I'll go into a different kind of a segment here where I am getting into the weeds. I feel like I've cleared the rest of everything where, you know, I've made my points clear.
Yeah, that was what we know. This is conjecture and this is speculation.
This is conjecture and this is speculation. Just based on things that I've actually, I'm about to get into some crazy fucking "the turn the frogs gay" shit that I've actually fucking heard, but, you know, so I was listening to actually Jeffrey Epstein's niece talk about all of the sexual abuse that she was involved in and so on and so forth. And, you know, one of the things that she was saying is that she would actually be raped by prolific individuals, but a lot of them wouldn't even want to have sex with her, but they would actually force the individuals to have sex with her. And then, like, only stick it in for, like, one pump, like, stick their dick in, and then, like, that'd be it. They don't want any more. And they're like, no, you're going to fucking come. You're going to, like, they would force them with a threat of violence to fuck children while they filmed them. So that way they would have blackmail on them. Like, imagine at gunpoint being forced to fuck a child or something, like, on camera. Like, yeah, I know. Isn't that sick to say?
Yeah.
I know. I hate even saying it. This is just kind of the shit that I've been hearing. Like, we're in the weeds. We're into some real sick shit. But
supposedly, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Supposedly, you know, if you can't, you know, get them to be like, oh, she's 19 and she's actually 16, and then have her like film it through or whatever, you know, just straight up force people to have sex with children on camera and have blackmail on them type shit. You know, that's some of the other stuff I was hearing, which
very light episode this week.
Very light episode. Yeah, we're getting into some real sick shit. But another thing too, that what she was saying is that they were involved in cults, which we've all known. And I you know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm agnostic. I don't believe in none of this shit, but I'm gonna say that basically they're cults, secret cults that these rich people are involved with that you know, are basically satanic cults. You see, now I know we're getting into the weeds here, but basically what she was saying, and I mean, you got the Bohemian Grove where they go and they worship Moloch, and they would burn children, like back in the day, thousands of years ago. You know, they would burn children to the god Moloch, and it's even referenced in the Bible. Hey, don't burn children to your fucking Moloch thing. Not cool. It's referenced in the Bible. They worship this. That's that owl thing at the Bohemian Grove. All these rich people, these really wealthy, the wealthiest people in the fucking world, the billionaires, the things, the people that control everything.
Every time Bohemian Grove get brought up, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but every time it get brought up, like the most prominent thing you probably think of while you watching this also is Alex Jones whenever he's confronting that elected official about Bohemian Grove. And he was like, it was actually me who blew the lid on all that. And he was like, whoa, that was very unkind of you, and I don't respect you for that, sir. And the guy basically froze. He didn't have to answer that, by the way. He could have been like, I don't know what you're talking about. But luckily, this guy was so dedicated to it and thought that being such high an offense that he just straight up told Alex Jones, hey, fuck you.
Yeah, and you know, you all know about the skull and bones and everything and this, that, and the third. But I also, what she was saying, and this I've heard this over and over again with a lot of these people, is that there's a cult that the richest people in the world are involved in some sort of a secret cult. They're involved in secret societies that are associated with these secret cults. And she said that they were worshiping Baal. I think it's Baal, Baal, which is like basically a satanic figure, if I remember correctly. But it's an evil cult where they worship Baal, and you know, they take by taking the innocence of children through rape. It's like a part of their. You know, but think about this for example. Think about all the crazy cults. Think about Heaven's Gate, or you know, the Anthill Kids, or I mean, I'm sure you guys are from Jonestown. That's a lighter one. Some of these get sick. I mean, some of these cults are extremely fucked up, and you got to think about it. Like, is it really? If you going ahead and you know, everybody's gonna okay, let's take Heaven's Gate. The Heaven's Gate cult. They actually had people. It was like 30-something people, I believe. They removed their genitals. They believed in this cult so much that they removed their dick and balls. And then towards the end of it, they actually, you know, because they believed in like, oh, we don't need gender or whatever. I don't fucking remember. But they also, at the end of it, you know, they all committed suicide to board an alien spacecraft that ended up going into the stars. So you got to think about this. Is it really so crazy to believe that the richest people in the, because just think about how crazy that was that I just told you about, you know, cutting your dick and balls off and killing yourself to go to a spaceship. Just think about how crazy that is. You guys probably know of all kinds of other crazy cults. Is it really so fucking nuts to believe that some of the wealthiest people in our society are involved in an insane cult where pedophilia and blackmail and rituals are a part of their religion? Like, is it, we're in the weeds here, this is all conjecture, but is it really so crazy to think that based on, you know, that them going to, you see the Bohemian Grove stuff, you see the Skull and Bone stuff, you see all this weird shit, and the Aleister Crowley, how he was a crazy cultist that was involved with all of these incredibly wealthy people, including the, you know, the Beatles. Is it actually so? Because again, I'm agnostic. I don't believe in any spiritual blah blah blah. I'm not, you know, I don't believe in any metaphysical whatever. I'm not religiously affiliated, but people believe in all kinds of shit very strongly. And so where I'm coming at is I believe that these people are actually involved in some sort of a real sick cult. And that's from what it sounds like, from what they're telling us, you know. Like,
I mean, Epstein itself was a conspiracy theory at one point.
It was, yes, that was actually a conspiracy theory. It was a conspiracy until it happened. It was like, oh yeah, all of these people are going to an island to have sex with children, like that. I was listening to that before this guy was arrested the first time for it, and then the second time for it. You know, and
Bohemian Grove was a conspiracy theory that turned out to be true too. Yeah, it's not hard to.
The NSA was a conspiracy.
Yeah, the NSA was a conspiracy.
I was listening to all these.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Thank
the NSA
you.
was like, oh, the government, they're collecting everything, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
like, oh, that's crazy. And then Edward Snowden, fucking
data. And then 9/11 happened. Then we got the Patriot Act, and then Edward Snowden.
This
and
was
blah, blah, blah.
after 9/11.
Yeah, after 9/11. Yeah.
And it turns out, fucking Osama bin Laden was doing shit with the CIA.
Osama bin Laden was fighting the fucking Russians.
Oh, we lost $2 trillion worth of stuff. Next day, 9/11. Oh, if we would need to get involved in the Middle East to get all the oil and blah, blah.
Yeah.
We need a new Pearl.
We'll spare you, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll spare you shit, yeah.
It's all that's hard to believe. Yeah, but I don't really have too much more. We've been going for a few minutes.
Despite going on to crazy La La Land conspiracy, blah, blah.
Was that video with Jeffrey Epstein's niece? Was that video you had showed me a little bit of with Sean Atwood?
Yes, it was with Sean Atwood. If you guys want to see it, look up Sean Atwood.
Jeffrey Epstein's niece, I guess.
Yeah, look up Sean Atwood. He was the guy that was, he was the MDMA trafficker in the 90s that got involved with the mob was fucking with him and trying to kill him or something. Like Sammy the Bull was trying to push, I don't know. Sean Atwood, if you want to look this up, go ahead and vet it. This chick kind of looks like the chick from Smallville. But also, surprisingly, that chick was also in a cult next to him. It's just weird getting into cult stuff. But that was Sean Atwood had what he said was Sean Atwood had on who is claiming to be Jeffrey Epstein's niece. And she was telling all of these stories about how, they were saying they were Jewish as a front, but they actually were in a cult where they worship Baal, and then they would microdose her acid, and they would have, that she was being sexually abused. Just go look that up. Look up Sean Atwood, Jeffrey Epstein's niece. Maybe you guys would actually be able to vet this better than I would, because to be honest with you, the shit that I was hearing for her was fucking nuts. But that's where you can find that information. But aside from, everything that we have said after the thing previous, this is all conjecture. Fucking, But I guess in closing, I don't really have much else to say other than no one's been brought to justice for this.
Yeah, and also that delaying releasing the stuff, even though it's actually court mandated that the Epstein files be released. Or maybe this batch that just got released. That's another thing. I don't know too much about this newly released batch. I learned about this literally 2 fucking days, like not even an hour.
I heard about it. Like, me
this.
too. I saw some, like, there was a bunch of new stuff that dropped, and yeah.
I
didn't get to see.
But
any of
I don't
it.
have anything else except for I guess don't be a pedo. Don't fucking kiss up to billionaires to better your stance. Don't join cults. I guess.
Yeah, it's honestly this kind of shit.
That's pretty much all I got. Don't stop asking questions in general. Don't never stop asking questions.
Don't let this go.
Don't let it go.
We're like pedophiles are running our government.
Our world.
Our government is literally being run by pedophiles, apparently, and we can't bring them to justice because they run our government and they're above the law, so they get to have sex with children. No one's gotten in trouble for this. That motherfucker got arrested and then quote unquote killed himself in 2019. And here we are still. Not a single motherfucker been arrested. Like, I think that, like,
Ghislaine Maxwell will probably be able to get out with before she dies. Like, she didn't get life. She got, what did she get, like 20 years or something like that?
I think it was 20 years, yeah. But I think that bitch is old. Maybe she won't make it.
It should have been like
it should have just been like
it should have been capital punishment, really.
I think that they should have just poured gas on her and set her on fire.
I think they should do what they do to what the cartels do to people who steal from them, where they light them on fire with tires. And this is parody. This is not a call to action.
Yeah, this is not a call to action. I don't think anybody would do this, but like, hypothetically, it'd be kind of neat if, like, I don't know, they just like removed her face or something and then pulled her tongue out of her throat and then like removed her heart. That'd be pretty neat. But that's just all like I'm a funny ha ha hee hee guy.
Yeah, this is all parody.
This is all parody.
But thanks for watching. We'll end on that. Thanks for that complete not call to action, by the way.
Not call to action.
And federal agents.
Yes.
But thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Say what you want to say. Do what you want to do down there, and don't let this go.
We will be back so long as we weren't assassinated.
Yeah.
By any federal agents.
I mean, I didn't have any fucking evidence to lead to Hillary and Bill Clinton's arrest, so I think I'll be good.
Yeah, I don't have any either. You know, right. But I guess we'll go ahead and bye.
Bye.